I mean, you've never had experienced this much time off before you made your return earlier this month. Just how would you assess that this transition has been for you?
It's been a little tough. Just finding my groove, finding my rhythm. Just trying to get back in stride where I left off.
Yeah, Steve kind of used the same words as far as finding your rhythm. How do you feel like on the court offensively? And how do you do that kind of like in an in-game switch as far as kind of finding a rhythm?
I mean, I'm out there. I'm trying to control what I can control. Defensively, just playing hard, and offensively, just trying to do the same things I do before and putting the work in practice, preparation, just prepare myself for the game. So, I become like my old self.
Is there anything specifically preparation-wise that you have to do now, coming back from that adductor strain that like you didn't have to do beforehand to kind of get that conditioning, get that rhythm, get that flow back?
Yeah, just taking game-like shots. Just practicing everything, game speed, trying to get back to how I was. Just doing everything full speed. Because practice is fast, but the game is even faster.
How much more challenging has it been for you? Like, I'm sure you knew coming back that there would be a transitional period, but you have a few games under your belt, and it seems like you're still trying to find that.
Yeah, no, it's been a little tough, but I've been working hard in practice, and hopefully when these games coming up, I'll be back.
There's times when like your shot might be a little bit off, or like you're offensively still finding that rhythm, that you can see that you're still locking in defensively. Is that something that might be kind of a mindset thing? Like if I lock in defensively, it can go over to the offensive side as well?
Yeah, sometimes that translates. You play hard on defense and, open up your offense for you. But, I can to a degree control if you make shots or not, but you can 100% control whether you play hard on, defense and give it your all when you're out there. So.
And a big part of your game also is kind of attacking the rim, finishing, things like that. When you come back from an injury, is there any kind of, I don't want to say like hesitancy, but is that kind of finding yourself where you can maybe go a little away from the rim compared to beforehand?
I mean, I can see why you would say that, but I don't see that as in why I'm not attacking as much as I used to. I think it's just a mindset thing. I think it's a mindset thing. Yeah. Why are you smiling?
Because I'm trying to think of my question. I think it was like right before you had your injury. Yeah. You said that you felt like you were floating. You had that game where you hit a career-tying threes. Mm-hmm. Just how has your shot, I guess, felt in these games that you've been back?
It hasn't felt like that. But I've been working towards it. Putting in a lot of practice, getting a lot of shots up, trying to get back to that rhythm, for sure.
What have you seen out of James Wiseman? I know you guys didn't scrimmage today, but he did say he scrimmaged the last few days.
Yeah, just watching from afar, he's been looking good. He's been putting in the work. In the scrimmages, he looks like he's dominating, he's doing his thing. So.
Who's going to win, Niners versus Eagles?
You said the Niners or the Eagles? Yeah. 49ers.
There we go.
Yeah.
Draymond went on his podcast last week and said something along the lines of there hasn't been like an accountability, and he took ownership, said that all of you guys lead in different ways and have different responsibilities on this team, and for him, he's supposed to hold guys accountable. But he's kind of felt held hostage by the preseason incident with Jordan Poole. Have you seen like a dip in the fieriness of Draymond when it comes to holding the guys accountable within the locker room?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I mean, is it on you guys, like, because obviously the coaches and like front office guys, they can only tell so much. Like, it's kind of on Draymond to own. He even said this to like earn the trust of teammates back. Like, what can you guys do maybe to help him get back to that level where he is able to be Draymond and kind of toe that line?
Shoot, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I feel like only he can answer that. I feel like it's hard for me to sit here and say what he can do and what he shouldn't do, and because I feel like I haven't been in this position before. I feel like none of us have here, but
we saw. Oh.
No, good. You can go.
We saw how energetic you guys were. Your both games against the Celtics, your Christmas game against the Grizzlies, playing the Grizzlies tomorrow. Can you kind of feel that extra vibe when it might be kind of a growing rivalry? And can that be something that's good for you guys right now as you try to search for wins right now?
For sure. These are really good teams they're playing, and we have maybe a little history in the last couple of years, but it's fun. These are the fun games. These are the competitive games. These are the games that bring out all the energy. All the momentum, everything. So it should be fun.
And just my last question, just in general, when you guys are getting closer to that All-Star break, it's kind of like the dog days of the season, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is that to kind of fight mentally when people are tired? It's past the halfway point. I mean, everyone kind of could probably use a break right now.
Yeah, I feel like you just got to be like, same way you're feeling, the rest of the league is feeling, so if you can make that extra push on and end that little break on a high note, I feel like you can carry over and, you can do something special after the break.